Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video I'm going to be showing you my combat equipment as it stands in 2024. Let's head inside. In this video I'm going to be going over my first and second line kit, basically my uniform, my belt, and my armor. I'm going to be going over what I use and what I carry within my first and second line. So starting with my uniform, I run the Emerson Gear G3 copy. Might think, oh, it's Chinese garbage, but no, I've beat these up pretty good. Used them camping a couple times, used them shooting all the time. They've held up, and I haven't had any seams blow out or anything. They seem pretty durable. Of course, I have them in Woodland, best camo ever. Not really. I don't run anything in the pockets on my top. I like to keep it pretty slim. I don't like a lot of drag on my shirt. The shirt's great. The Cry style combat shirt. It's better than the BDU that I switched from. When I got to plate carrier, I had to find something different to wear, because the buttons on the BDU blouse would dig into my chest and stuff. This solves that problem. The only complaint I have about this is it chafes pretty bad. Like when I wear a ruck, my hips chafe with the cotton. The way that I found to solve that was to wear a second shirt under. Then the two shirts would rub on each other rather than rub on my skin and, basically wear me down to the bone. The other thing that I've noticed is the shoulders up here, the seams. They're not the most comfortable, but again, just wearing another shirt under it pretty much solves that problem entirely. Other than that, yeah, it's great. It's mostly pretty comfortable. Yeah. Moving on to the pants, I don't carry that much in my pants, but I carry, basically everything that I want to have in my pockets, and it's not too baggy, so it's not just flopping around when I run and stuff. I use the Ops UR Tactical inner belt. The G-Hook inner belt works great with my outer belt that I have from the same company. So I don't run anything in the waist pockets. I don't like running anything in there because they're hard to get to, the way that the pockets are cut and how tight they are to my legs. It's really hard to get in there, but in these two smaller pockets on the right side, I carry medical gloves, being the medic of the group and a certified EMT. PPE is really important. Protecting yourself and whatever patients you may be treating. Neither of you really want to contract a disease or get infected, so super important to have gloves if you're going to be working on someone. The left side, I have a Suunto compass for navigation, and I also carry a little Ziploc baggie with Jolly Ranchers. Sugar to keep your energy levels up, morale. It helps a lot. When you're rucking, you just reach down there, pop one in, and you're good to go. So moving on to the cargo pockets, on the right side, I carry a extra headlamp for, if one of the guys, theirs runs out of batteries, they don't have one, they forget one, or if I'm not wearing my helmet, which is where my main headlamp is on, I can just take this out real quick, throw it on, good to go for anybody who needs it. I have extra laces for my boots just in case mine breaks, snap, we need to tie something up like a tarp, just extra cordage, extra shoelaces. That's it. Not much to say on them. I also have the Surefire earplugs for just in case I'm not wearing my helmet, or if somebody doesn't have Ear Pro, I can quick pull this out, give it to them. They're really nice, super comfortable. They do the job very well. And I also have some electrical tape, just in case anything needs to be taped up. Some small repairs. I don't know. Wrap someone's grip or something. You know, wrap a knife, camo something up, tie some extra loose cordage. You know, whatever we have to do. It's always good to carry some extra tape. Super helpful. I prefer electrical tape over anything else. And moving on to the left side, I have a lot lettuce. I carry just my neck gaiter in here. That's it. If I need to, I can also throw extra pair of gloves, you know, maps, anything else that I may need. So I run this one pretty empty, have lots of extra space. As you can tell, I don't run knee pads. I do have them. I prefer not to run them just for the simple fact that they get in the way. I feel like they do. They also don't really line up. I have long legs, 6'2", so they don't really line up very well, and they end up not really doing the job anyways. So that's why I don't run them personally. I also don't run anything at either of the ankle pockets. I use them mostly empty. I don't like having anything in there. You know, just in case I step into a puddle, it gets wet, gets muddy, sandy. You know, it's pretty low to the ground, so there's a lot of debris getting kicked up, moved around, and it might end up in that pocket with anything that I will put in there. And then on the butt pockets, on the left side butt pocket, I just carry a mesh bug net. You know, summers, it's pretty swampy in most of Minnesota, so it's pretty important to run a bug net for your face to keep them out of your face, you know, getting bit. There's diseases that come with that. You know, you don't want bugs nipping at your face either, but I think that's a pretty important piece of kit for anywhere that has a excessive amount of mosquitoes. Now moving on to my belt, going from left to right. All the way on the left side, I run a pair of mechanics gloves on a carabiner. Having gloves is super important, you know. Camouflage your hands. If you have to work with your hands doing something utility like processing wood, you don't want to chew your hands up all nasty and shit. So gloves are super nice to have. They help a lot. To the right of that, I carry a Gerber multi-tool. You know, these things are priceless in the field. You know, working on your gun or fucking, you know, whatever, fixing your kit, you know, has a little knife on it. If you have to cut something up like cordage, you can use the scissors to clip your nails. They do a lot, hence the name, you know, multi-tool. It's pretty important to keep one of those on your kit. To the right of that, I carry a rangefinder. Rangefinders are super nice. They have a lot of utility. You know, in the name, gauging distance, you know, so you can adjust your optic to make that long distance shot. But they're also good for observing a target, especially a human target, because you don't want to be caught in the woods while you're LARPing, pointing your gun at someone to see what's going on, you know? I prefer a rangefinder over binoculars. because, you know, if I have to see out super far, I will go with my scope. But for the most part, the rangefinder will get you out to as far as you need to identify whatever you're shooting at. And just to the right of that, I run a Helicontex competition med kit. This thing is super nice. It's comparable to the Blue Force Gear med kit now. So Nolan, the other guy that uploads videos on here, he runs the Blue Force Gear, IFAK. From what I've seen, I prefer this over that. I feel like it's more secure, you know, if you're rolling around on the ground, doing whatever, going crazy. This will hold no matter what. Has a lot of Velcro. It's very secure, but it's also really easy to get the contents out. I can do a video on this as well as my my medical bag, because I feel like there would be some people that want to see that. But there's just a lot to go over, so I won't do that in this video. And then, as you can see, tourniquet on the bottom of that. And to the right of that, I have a canteen. Having hydration on you, you know, I keep it on my belt because I'm almost always going to have my belt on. I won't always have my plate carrier on. You know, going around camp, setting shit up, grabbing wood for the fire. Having water on you is, you know, it's vital. On the left side, I have the Coleman water purification tablets, because especially in winter, you know, your Sawyer Mini freezes up and you can no longer purify water. So what are you gonna do? Just pop a couple of these in there, follow the directions, and purify your water inside the canteen rather than through a frozen, you know, frozen filter. I think tablets are super important, having multiple ways to purify your water in case one of them goes down. And then on the right side, I have a striker and a lighter. Starting fires, lighting my stove, for cooking food, purifying water, for heat in the winter. And then I also have extra spare batteries. I had more, but had to use them in the field, so they actually got used. So you should carry extra batteries for headlamps, weapon lights, anything really. Anything and everything that you can carry spare batteries for. Because once your equipment goes down, you know, you're left without it. So that'll do for my belt kit. I'll move on to my my armor next. So moving on to my plate carrier. There's not a lot to it. It's pretty simple. Right in the front here, I have my my placard. 3 double stack mag pouches, 6 mags total. That's what I found. You know, 6 mags it's pretty good. Lasts me a good long bit. Just below that, I have my medical dangler. It's less of an IFAK and more of if I get to somebody that I have to treat and they don't have enough in their IFAK, then I'll go digging in here before I get into my medical bag. And then on top here, on top of the mag pouches, I have my my trauma shears by Madison Supply. These things are great. I've used them a couple times. You know, keep medical trauma shears on you in case you have to cut someone's clothes off to expose the injury, expose to treat. Just above that, I'm running my comms PTT. This is just the most convenient location that I've found. You know, it's a pretty common place to put it there. The plate carrier itself is by Defense Mechanisms. It's a fantastic plate carrier. The only issue that I really have with it is that the shoulder straps, they rub on your neck a little bit too much, shoulder straps are close together. I prefer that actually over the JPC, because when the shoulder straps sit farther away, they're a little bit more harsh on your muscles and your neck. But I'm sure that's nothing that some tape can't fix, or you know. As I was talking before, just the double shirts fixes it just fine. On the left side, I have my radio here, radio pouch. Just running the waterproof Baofeng. I forget the exact name, but yeah, Baofengs they're cheap. They're easy to get a hold of, easy to use. Plenty of videos online to explain how they work and stuff. So, and then on the right side, I just have my knife, close quarters knife. I keep it up here because when you're gonna go fight somebody and you're close enough, hand to hand, you're gonna have your hands up here and you want to keep them close to your body, right? So then instead of reaching down to my belt or down here wherever you may have it, all you have to do is move your hand a little bit to the side, draw it, and then you're right back to your fighting stance. That's why I prefer it over here instead of anywhere else, like on my belt or anything. Yeah, that's all for my plate carrier. So the last thing I have to go over is my helmet here. Just running a cheap OpsCore style helmet from Militech, because I don't have enough for the real one. These things are fucking expensive. It is ballistic rated and tested. Made sure of that before we bought them. But hopefully I don't ever have to find out if they really are. Covering the helmet here, I have a Bees Combat Systems helmet scrim in Woodland, of course. You know, looks cool, but has some utility, you know, breaks up the pattern and stuff. On the front, I have a little helmet headlamp from Amazon. Being able to see in the dark is super important. You know, you're on a ruck and the sun starts to go down, or it's already nighttime. You're going to want to be able to navigate. So, on the top here, eye protection is super important. So, what I run is a cheap airsoft copy of the OpsCore Step-In Visor. This thing does me just fine. The real one's ungodly expensive. Couldn't afford it, so I got these. They do just fine for what I need them for. Obviously not as good as the real ones, but you know, hopefully should protect my eyes from like casings, mud, dirt, you know, stuff like that, getting rain in my eyes. You know, it does the job. And then just above those, I have a GoPro mount for when I use those, you know. Yeah. And then for comms here on the side, I have Peltors linked up with the amp rail adapters. These are super nice. Lots of motion, lots of adjustment here to get the perfect, get them perfect where you need them. I prefer these over the 3M arc rail adapters because it frees up space for the iPro, and if you would like to put a light here on your rail, it leaves space open for that. And I know there's adapters that you can get that you can mount Picatinny on top of those, but I really just prefer the amp adapters. All this is just set up perfectly to what I use, what I need. Works just fine. Yeah. So that's my helmet setup. So that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If there's anything that you would like to see for a video upcoming, just comment down below. If you like the video and you like our stuff, like and subscribe. We'll be getting videos out here pretty consistently upcoming. We're hoping for every weekend. Yeah. See you in the next one.